Yo! Let's get into this in just a second. Just setting some things up. I really wish Moonbeam had unified chat so I could get like the Twitch and the YouTubes and the Moonbeam all in one Goram chat, but I don't have that, so unfortunately I need to do some shenanigans to get it to do stuff. Alright, whatever. I just need to probably spread word around that I'm streaming. That's not a bad idea. Okay, 1 second. I'm live. Didn't I have a thing set up? Cold message template. That had like a I'm streaming thing, but I guess not. Yeah, it is a pain in the ass. No bueno. Okay. So let's do I'm live doing Voidhome and Cypher stuff. Come and join me on Twitch, YouTube, or Moonbeam. Links at and then my link tree. Let's make sure I've got that right. Link tree. Yeah, okay, there we go. It's like that. That is not correct. There we go. Now I just gotta propagate this amongst the various places. Obviously my Discord and stuff, it knows to do it automatically. Auto-magically. Content creation. There she be in that one. Let's do it in the other ones. Let's do it on Monica Games. Promote yourself. Let's do it in my list of ones here. What? Cast, create content, power word, publish. What? Yeah. All the other places. Where is it on? That is the wrong one. Underground Oracle member promos. Do it there. Let's see here. Let's do it Phil's. Yeah, let's do it on Phil's. Let's do it in the Hero Zone. Let's do it on Chris's, Treant Monks. And I'll do it on Blue Sky. Because why not? I think I'll put in a picture for Blue Sky. Boom. Let's get a picture. Open. Let's do this one today. Hey people, filtering in already. Oh my gosh, I didn't even finish posting about it yet. Oh, I used the Samug with the shirt today. Oh, it went full Canadian on that one. You don't see it because of the hand I'm holding it with, but it's got that's it was gold, but then the gold kind of goes away after a while. But I got a whole bunch of these cups. Okay, that should do that. So today, on top of talking about any Cypher stuff that anybody in chat wants to talk about, I am doing the ultra wide. There we go. That's the right one. I am going to be doing this is the printer friendly version of Voidhome, since we've got the early chapters all done right now. We are just throwing I'm going to do the printer friendly version one for now, so I can just get it out there, get people to read it, and like we'll have like our final little powwow about it before we can like do the final layout with all the uber awesome arts and everything like that. So let's do that. Yeah, I tried to throw the moonbeam thing in my OBS as well, and it just says stream not found. It's like, that would have been nice. Embed chat. Let's try this again. Docs, custom browser docs. Apply. No, that's restream. What am I doing? I want a moonbeam. That's not it. That's the wrong side. How do I fucking embed the chat from Moonbeam? Like I copied this. Does it technically make a new chat thing every time or something? I want to like Moonbeam, but there's a lot of like really basic things they need to fix. Are you gonna load? Is like trying to load a thing. Nope, stream not found. Okay, so you can't even like dock your Moonbeam chat into OBS. That's great. That's fun. Awesome. I did issue last week in my session. We were looking for a river in the forest, but unfortunately, stream not found. Yeah. Moonbeam is, yeah, it is live. I don't even know. Whatever. So I've got to have like, I got to basically hide my OBS behind two windows right now so that I can have a side-by-side of my restream and Moonbeam. Thankfully, Opera GX has this like side-by-side windowed mode to make it a little easier for moving it around, but that's dumb. Yeah. Like basic functionality. They're trying to work on like fancy extras and stuff, but like we need some of these basics. That was probably my worst joke of the day. I apologize. Oh, it'll get worse. I'll make it get worse. We're all old enough here for the dad jokes, don't you know? Anywho, yeah, printer friendly version of the Voidhome. Just getting this stuff figured out. So I was in the middle of doing Aura system places. This is so the printer friendly version is obviously meant just to be like basic places and stuff like that, or basic like text places. Wow, I'm not thinking. Basic text and stuff like that. There's no pictures in it, and it's not going to be as nicely laid out. Like it's not all going to be proper page-facing content and stuff, because obviously I don't have things to use as placeholders for gaps, and I don't want to have too many like large gaps for no reason, because it ends up wasting paper. So it's going to be, the information is going to be there for you to print if you want it. It is just not going to be as pretty of a layout. But I really wanted to have a printer friendly version, so if people just want to like print a chunk of the book or something like that, they can do so with minimal ink expenditure, easy to read, slightly larger text actually, stuff like that. Morning, Cypher crew. off to work, hanging out, listening. Awesome. So yeah, let's do some of that. I'm just gonna be like doing like, this is a super quick and dirty layout, so nothing fancy. I really gotta set up. Oh, I've got a thing I can set up for it too. So I just got a new. Can I show? You can't really see it over here, but I just got a new like drawing tablet thingy. Hooks up to the computer. I was using Huion before, but they've really pissed me off with how bad their fucking software is for their, like, the hardware wasn't too bad and Huion was pretty cheap, but the software was atrociously bad. I ended up buying I had a Huion 16 Pro, and I had bought their like little like side gizmo. Never once got the side gizmo to work. And the 16 Pro, like, in order to use it, if I hadn't used it in a little bit, is I had to restart my computer, reinstall the drivers and software, reset it up, restart my computer again, and then I could get it to work one time. I was like, not doing this anymore. So got an XP pen. Sucker worked flawlessly from the get-go, including their little side gizmo. And I can set up the side gizmo. I never even thought I should set it up for like working in this, just like set up pads for like hitting like header 1, header 2, stuff like that. Because in Affinity, you can set up shortcut keys for like every style and everything. The joys of technology. Yeah. So, whatever. Yeah, I should really set it up like so that there's like like shortcut keys. This was actually a 2, I believe. Yes, it was. Once again, this is like a quick and dirty thing going on. So, everybody, how are we feeling lately with the information coming out for Cypher? Not the Cypher system, Cypher, aka the Cypher system like evolved edition. There's a couple of things I'm probably going to tweak. Like there's the whole like wounds thing. I'm not sold on calling it wounds. I really wish they had chosen something that would have been a less combat flavor to it. Like there's a reason I did that in Voidhome, because I wanted a Cypher that was more abstract, that you can use for various things and not be combat focused. But mechanically, I think it's pretty solid. And mechanically, I think a lot of the stuff they're doing is a step in the right direction. I'm actually pretty happy with it. A lot of that stuff so far. There's some things like we're only getting pieces of the puzzle. We're not getting the whole puzzle. Now, on one hand, I get why they're teasing out bits of it. It's not done, so it's not like they can tease out the whole thing. But at the same time, I think they're stretching out the teasing thing a little bit far. Like, okay, we get it. It's coming up. You've teased bits of it, but like either go quiet or like release something substantial is kind of how I'm going on it right now. Like you can only tease me for so long before I just want more. But you're pinning the 2 books. I'm for the 2 books. I know a lot of people are against it. And actually, like, I'd say like 10, 15 years ago, I might have actually been upset at the 2 books, because I'd be like, no, you can just stick it in 1. But I'm going to be perfectly honest. I'm okay. It's kind of nice at the table having like, here's the book for the players, character options, like the main core rules, stuff like that. And then here's the stuff for like me as a GM to keep track of, like a few extra like stat blocks and the tips and how to run it and stuff like that. Yeah, I figured Charlie would hate it. I'm for it because I feel they have added enough in the books that it'd be too fat of a book. It'd be too unwieldy to use at the table. So I think splitting it into 2 books is a must at this point because there's just too much information. I don't think it would be. I'm actually okay with them splitting it into 2 books. If a system is able to use a single book, I would prefer that. Not gonna lie, but the Cypher system being as expansive as the universal system as it is, and then getting as much just raw like tips and tricks and advice and everything as they give, I can kind of like, you can kind of see why they had to do it. Yeah, like, okay, I do prefer 1 book, like, but I remember even like Pathfinder first edition. Do you remember how chunky the first edition Pathfinder book was? Because like in first edition Pathfinder, that's what they had. It was just 1 core rule book. Fucker was thick. So, and I remember it being like kind of unwieldy. It was to the point where the sucker was starting to like kind of collapse under its own weight just from normal use and handling. I don't want to have to handle a toll-less book like every time I play the game. I think in the past few years, systems that use 2 books have shifted its philosophy so that the PHP is the rules and the GMG is a guide, and I think that's great. Yeah, it's not splitting as much of the rules. Like there's some of the rules I'd be okay in being like the GM one. The things like artifacts, for example. The players don't need the listings of artifacts because that's for the GM to hand out. Where's the list of ciphers? See that? Yeah, that one I'm torn on. Like, where is the ciphers going to be? I'm also wondering if the ciphers are going to be in the Game Master's Guide. Right. Whoops. Wrong shortcut key. I'll just do this. Because I figure artifacts are going to be there. Ciphers, once again, like it's the GM kind of giving them out, even if it's random most of the time. So I'm also leaning towards ciphers probably being in the Game Masters. What am I doing? This is 2, and then these are 3. Really? Okay. Let's just scooch this up a little bit. Sucks that Residence is on the next page, but oh, what are you gonna do? This is like the rough cut printer version. If you don't like it, that sucks for you. How's the audio levels, by the way? I've got side ducking on, like the music's relatively high, but I got side ducking on pretty strongly. Colville used to argue that magic items should be in the player's handbook for 5e, but I feel like Cypher's is a little bit different. Yeah. I mean, even when Colville argued that, I didn't fully agree. Because it's for the GM. If it's for the GM to give out and the players don't need, theoretically, the players shouldn't have to constantly reference it. I don't see why you'd have to. I just wanted to pop and give a word of support before I take off for the day. Got to take parent to the doctor. Oh, Doctor Day. Well, thanks, old Gus, or Atom Dog, as you're known on the YouTubes. Speaking of old Gus, he did another, like, how many? There's another like 500 edits or something like this floating in Voidhome I still have to approve. How do you work so hard? It's supposed to be my book. Finish the ciphers this weekend. Oh, you must be a good chunk of the way through, eh? down to? Oh, you're down to... you're like in the middle of the R's for the Cypher list. Yeah, you're a good chunk of the way through. Jeez. I may have gone overboard with ciphers. I didn't realize how many ciphers were in most of the other books, and I put in like 50% on top of that. I think his idea was that players could ask for certain things, but in Cypher plus, ciphers are supposed to be rotating abilities, so it's different. That's true. It's interesting how many things, and I like, this is obviously just convergent evolution. It's interesting how many things in the new Cypher were things that Old Gus and I were doing with Voidhome. Stuff like reworking, like a philosophy I've had for ciphers forever is I want ciphers to only be interesting. This is why I for a long time have gotten rid of ciphers that just restore pool points and stuff. I thought that was boring as fuck. So in my personal games, things that restore points were like one-use artifacts, so they didn't take up your precious cipher slots. I wanted ciphers only to be like cool stuff that you used. And it looks like they're doing the same philosophy now, which is great. Fuck. Okay. I know I'm being like super messy on this layout, like not doing, but once again, there's no pictures for filling in the blank spots or anything like that, because it is just the print friendly version. So, you know. All right, there's the cater for that one. Desjardins. But I am pretty hopeful for the Evolved edition. Once again, there are some things I am a little torn. I'm gonna just do this on wounds. I'm not gonna lie, a little torn on the wounds thing. Just because the pool thing was one of the things that made Cypher unique. And now they're just saying, well, we're doing this because it's, you know, it'll be a little bit easier for like new players to understand and stuff. But I'm like, I didn't care about, I mean, I get it's a business in the end of the day, but like, I didn't care about catering to the new players that were looking for the familiar. There's plenty of the familiar out there. I kind of wanted it to like focus on it being its own identity. And I liked the pool thing because it could make it, I don't know, part of the issue I think for me with pools is the fact that everything was still in very much combat terms. I realized that they're like designers from back in the day and stuff, but everything was still very much in combat terms. They basically presented pools as your health. They had damage that affected them, stuff like that. That's why I changed everything in Voidhome to be so drastically different for the naming conventions, right? Let's see if I can cut this down a little bit. Just with like a little change in the naming conventions, and pools wouldn't be your health anymore. I always explained pools as how much influence you had left on the scene. And unfortunately, and I always say it's how much influence you have left on the scene, and it's not your health. Unfortunately, that's not the way it's phrased in the book, even though I think that is the best way to phrase it. In the book, it is basically like their health pools. But I think the best way to phrase it is they're not. As far as I was concerned in Cypher, and the way I think actually would describe it the best for play styles of it being a narrative game, can I really choose 3? We'll find out. Is if they had just said that it was the only health was your damage track. Later, Jason. Have a good one, bud. Is that too squishy? No, that should be fine. Okay, everything is good. We got no orphans. We're gonna have a little. Oh, Okay. I'm gonna have to see if I can like squish that up a page. I don't want to just like that little bit left there, you know? Yeah. Like that. Okay, let's just get the formatting tags on them, and then we'll adjust things a little bit. And then this. Oh, nice. All right. Booyah. All right. I don't think I can do this way. No. I'm gonna have to squish some things a bit. These are two. Okay. We're just gonna be a little creative with the spacing on some of this. Okay, that's fine. Here to the next page. And then this to the next column. I know I could use like proper column breaks and stuff, but it doesn't matter for this one. Okay. Okay, so that gets the places done. Let's get some anchors going on. So we need an anchor for each one of these places. No way to make like... you can organize it by page. There's no way to... I wish that you can make like folders in the anchors. I know you can do it by page, but I just wish, you know? Whatever. All right. All right, let's go back down to places and start making some anchors. Insert anchor, not as bookmark. Insert anchor, not as bookmark. There we go. Sense. Even if it does hit bookmark, I just gotta hit like the little thing and make it not a bookmark. To an anchor, not as bookmark. Actually, some of these anchors I will put into as a bookmark. Not the individual ones. Well, maybe afterwards. Hey, Devin, how's it going? Well, Matt, caught a break at work. Wanted to stop, say hey. Hey, how's it going? I realize I'm like streaming when a lot of people are at the works. And I'm not. I've actually got like a couple. It's funny. I have 7 client projects on the go right now. And every single one of them has, I'm not gonna say the word ghosted me, but like every single one of them has just kind of like vanished for short periods of time, for one reason or another. And I'm waiting on like 1 or 2 things to like finish their project or just to get paid. Some of them I'm like super forgiving them, like Underground Oracle, because they just like had a whole bunch of life shits like suddenly hit them all at once. But yeah, some of them like Mr. Tarask, where I'm supposed to finish that adventure for him, and I'm still waiting on the art because everything else is done. I'm like, come on, buddy, we can finish this. We're right there at the end. We're so close. But he's like held on to the art and hasn't shipped it over yet. If it takes much longer, for anyone that backed the Hymn of the Dragon Flower adventure, I'm sorry it's not done yet. I've been waiting on the art. It might get to the point where I'm just going to like do some simple art for it myself and just bite the bullet on that one. If so, I'm going to have a talk with them and be like, hey, you know, I've done the everything on this and you're getting 50%. because I rewrote it from the ground up. Not gonna lie. All right. Okay. Insert cross reference. Just number. It is set properly. I wish this was a bit bigger. Arborea. Casuista. Yeah, it happens. I mean, when you work in the industry, it happens. The one that really sucks for me is the Sagas RPG, because they keep telling me, oh, we'll do it at this time. And then he gets me the information I need like a month later after I've scheduled the time for me to do it the previous month. I'm like, come on. I am a busy man right now. Oops. And then they're like, hey, can you get it done soon? I'm like, hey, I scheduled time to do it last month. Sorry. Then we're on Ursats. Cross reference. I'm at least being smart enough to do it as cross reference. So if I like do any changes, it will update automatically. I wasn't smart enough to like there is like a table of contents tool in Affinity, but because of the way I've set up the headers, I didn't want to try to auto generate it. I feel like it would have been messy, so I'm just doing it this way. Hello, Rails. Hive mind. Is the next one Menhir? Yes, it is. Phlegathorn. Then scaffolds. Oops. Then should be Takinokuni. Then Vex. Then Xylon. Good job. Oh no, I'm to build upon the question earlier, I am actually okay with it being a Cypher being a 2-book thing going forward. I mean, people were okay with it in Numenera, and I think that they found that like Numenera was obviously split for other reasons. It wasn't a player GM thing, but like the fact that there was a content divide between them for a reason. One was kind of like more extended and advanced rules and whatnot, and one wasn't. I don't know. I think like people are okay with that. I was okay with that. Alcazar. Desjardins Station. Moat. Oops. Moat. Okay, phone. Site Q3. Jesus fuck, what? Why am I getting a billion pings? I'm just gonna double check just in case it's like my significant other. It is not, so that's fine. All right. So yeah, once again, there is a way to automate this, but because of the way I did my headers, I was worried it was going to fuck up because I kind of did a little custom in a certain way. So I'm not using the automated table of contents generation, but it does exist. For anyone wondering, they're like, hey, does Affinity, do you have to do this manually? You do not have to do this manually. I just suck. If in the final one, like the actual like proper laid out version, then yeah, I will probably have it like actually like auto generate and be like nice. But for this, it's fine. Whatever. Okay, that gets our places done. And these are all proper anchors, so if for some reason I add a page in the middle or something like that, it will shift them around properly. Okay, next. Let's go to my junk page. Junkyard. Thank you. Okay. Okay. And the couple of masters. This is this set up as a organizations? No, the title page ones should only on those ones. Okay, so it is fine to start right there. Yeah, okay. And then we'll do this. And then I'm gonna copy and paste. Organizations. Feel you. I gotta unhide all of these. You can't see what I'm doing right now because I'm in another window. I'm on my Google Docs for the master one. There we go. Bip, bip, and paste. And get rid of organization and add more pages for the content. So yeah, now I just gotta give it some shit. I think what I'm going to do, just to keep the formatting similar, even though I don't have an H1 use on this page, is I am just going to give these an H2. Booyah. This can actually be like a sidebar. Just making sure nothing's like real fucked up. I don't need like orphaned part of sentences and stuff. Nope. Once again, this is a quick and dirty, just to get the information out into a printable format layout. It hurts me a little bit not tweaking it and making it super pretty with like page facing contiguous information, but so be it. That's what we're doing. I don't want it like too large of gaps anywhere. Trying to make it as compact as possible while still being readable. Haven't missed any, right? Backstab, mining operations, Moil, Panners, 7-star. Shinkunje. All right, looks good. Let's make sure this is less fucked up. Okay, this is one of those times where I'm actually just gonna shrink it just a little bit. Thank you. But then this one I'm gonna expand. I know it created a little bit of a gap, but whatever. There was like a part of a sentence. There's no sense splitting that paragraph. It's fine. You know what? There's gonna be a bit of a gap there too, but we can do this and this. It sucks that it's on an odd page. Like, so be it. Especially since we're about to start a new section. I'm gonna have to do it. Yeah, it hurts me a little bit. It hurts us. All right, next section. Actually, let's go back to this one to get the same width, because I was doing a custom bit for just those, like, whatever, how many sections there are, stuff time. And then this was the rules. Yeah, next is rules. So yeah, there's like Oris rules, player characters, running the game, appendices. Q. So the next bit is rules. This one's gonna need actual like a little bit of formatting. So be it. Okay. Okie dokie. No, wrong window. Right window. Rules. So let's start with the core rules. How did I have this set up? Okay, yeah. And then it was as a core rules. How did I do this in title? Okay, I did have the titles in the individual areas too. I've been working on this in a day or two, so I was like, how did I do this again? Wow, way to spell. Okay. Nope. This and dice. Dice types. And then let's do you and you and you. Make you strong. You. One day one day I will actually be smart and set up like shortcut keys. Nope, that's awful. I haven't done any examples yet. I forgot I hadn't changed it from the previous version. One day I'll do shortcut keys for the actual styles. But yeah. Yeah, let's make them like gray and there we go. And then I wanted a little table for this. So D6 result. It's I need 3, so we're just going to delete rows. 2, 3. What am I doing? 1 to 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. In case someone doesn't know how a D3 works, you never know. You never know. Okay, and then I'll actually be smart and I'll do like an insert break, column break. Thank you. Okay, then they explain about the task. Let's actually copy all of this. Boom, the task. This, boom. This is a sidebar. Nope. Is there one below? Oh, I didn't. Okay, 1 second. Body. Thank you. That look okay? Yeah, that looks fine. I might darken the sidebar ones because it's got the dotting around it. Should I leave it a little gray? Or I'll darken it a little bit, and then what do we say we go and nope. You want to change the width? What font am I using? Why is italicizing not working? Oh, apparently this version of Myriad Pro didn't have a built-in italicized. That's fine. Whatever. Let's do a 10-degree sidebar update. We will force it to italicize. There we go. Why is this all? Oh, and then I copy the thing from the very beginning. This bit with those two. Okay, so then I go back. Whoops. And then I don't really need this. Oh, I gotta did I actions in the game? How did I have this typed up here? Okay, I did have the brief summary, and then I went to detailed stuff. Game has a certain chance of failure. Require in the game with a chance of failure require a task roll if an action. This is not a capitalized action. Has no chance of failure. No roll is needed. The GM determines the task stat and difficulty. Blah 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 blah. Okay. And then this should have the title for the task roll. We'll see. I might change this afterwards. I'm not sure how I feel about that. This, and then I got to go back to the beginning and get those two tables and bring them back. I have to shrinky-dink some of these tables. Sure's gonna be tight. I can get rid of basically these first two sentences. I can basically get rid of this first sentence. You know what? I can cut a lot here. I can just cut it. I'm gonna have some shit here. I can get rid of this whole subtitle thing. That's the way. I can bring them back so I can have it be like the same as it was. Okay. This is gonna need to shrink a little. No single orphans. We are good. Okay. Do I do this for a little extra space? Yes, I do. Bring this down a bit. Let's take magnetics off for a second. There we go. That'll do, pig. Let's not tie this to the next page so that we can start fresh and anew. Yeah, I like it. That'll do. Trying to make it as simple as possible. Okay. And then, so we do foundation, which is BIP. This is his bullets, right? Nope. There are three things that need to be decided. Let's do it as... What am I doing? Okay. Body number. Thank you. Oh, it's getting warm in this room. Sorry, Pickle Rick. It's getting warm in here. And then I needed the difficulty chart once again. So this is just to give you a brief breakdown, but then this is like, because it goes into more detail, I need the chart for the difficulty again. Period. Heroic. Why was that Heriod? Is that fucked up in the beginning too? It is. I didn't even notice that. I had the thing off so I didn't see the spelling mistakes at the time. Because spelling mistakes only show up when you've got this turned on. Whoops. Okay. Okay. Modifying the task. We'll do this, and then it'll be the chart. Actually, we'll just all. Modify the task. I feel like maybe I should put the numbers in front of those. We'll see. We'll get back to it. Why? Oh, because it thinks it's numbered again. There we go. That's better. How did I format this? Ease by 2. Okay, I gotta get rid of this orphan. Oh, that should be enough. There we go. This should be bullet. Oh, that's not supposed to be a bullet. Strong. You're not supposed to be a bullet at all. Little orphan. Okay. With the following. Is that correct? That is correct. Okay. Assets. 3. Boom, boom. You're 3s. Asset circums. Effort is the next one that has some shit to it. Okay, so this is bullet. And this is bullet. This is probably going to go on next page. Sweet. So here's a little tweak I would like them to do. So I could set it up if I had bullets like this. I could set up a bullet where the first word is got a sub thing to it, like strong, for example. But for some reason, they don't count. Like in this case, I've got these colons here. For some reason, they don't count the colon as part of the initial words. That and like it's a bit funky to get it set up if you don't know if it's going to be one or two words. I feel like maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there's some way to put it like in initial words, like everything before the initial colon or something. But I don't know of it if it exists. Not that it's a lot of extra work to get it done like that, but like I just wish I could automate it a little bit better. This is cost. Yes. And then this is strong. In the final version of the layout, I'm going to have like fancy arrows going between the steps and make it look nice. Not in this one. In this one, it's just, once again, just the basics. Fate dice, and then I was like, what is this shit? This is the stuff that was technically in the chart, the table, this table. Yeah, no. and that, and then that. Do I like? I guess I just put it into the next column. Like there's a gap, but there's a big gap here too. So whatever. And then this is an example. Examples might be a little bit too light. It's a bit better. I don't think there's any other examples or formatting I missed in that bit. Does not look like it. Oh, there's more stuff I can put afterwards. I'm not done the chapter yet. Oddly enough, the rules chapters, the actual like rules themselves, I've like trimmed down to like they're not actually that long. The actual rules in this core rule book is actually a very small portion of the actual book. So, yeah. Other information. This is the one thing I might actually put little pictures in for. But you know what? No, I'm not going to bother. This is sidebar.
Yeah.
Shit biscuits. Okay, I'm gonna have to have this next part. Actually, there should be an extra page here. I need a thing for Banes and Boons, which is a compatibility thingy.
Four meetings already is urgent, fam. If the energy's right, we can do this, man. If the energy's right, we can do this, man. If the energy's right, we can do this, fam.
Let's just. That's fine. This one home looks compatible, blah blah blah. This is where Banes and Boons cancel each other out. Banes strong.
Constellation and stars, two laughs, two hearts out of this world and straight off to Mars. When the energy's right, I follow the path. Gotta know yourself, there's no one to.
All additional fate die. Let's choose the results. Okay, cool. Cool. All right, so I got like another side thing for Banes and Boons there. For that. Good shit. Graduated tasks. Oops. Yes. This is all an example. Example. These are bullets.
We can do this, man. The energy's right and we can do this, fam. The energy's right and we can do
Oops.
this, man.
Come on.
We can do this.
No, we'll just do a bold. Because it's an example. That's like a really weird case scenario. Oh, next is complicated tasks. Can I fit the rest of this onto this bit? Yes, if I do it right. You know what? No. Fuck it. There we go. There we be. All right. Next is distance and effect. Okay, so we're on a completely different thing now, which is good. Whoops. I added a master. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? That's not the good master. Oh, I almost deleted the wrong master. Man, I'm a mess. Okay. Let's try this again. Here, let's like go close these master pages. I was like, why is there no page numbers? Oh, that's not a master. Okay. Essence and effect. Ba, 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 ba. And then there's speed move. These are specific tasks. I don't think there's any other special formatting in there aside from that. It was not zones. Area of effect is under that as well. It's going to include pictures, but not in the text only version. And that is it for that. And then we got companions and we're done. Fuck it. I've got this extra page here anyways that is going to be a thing, and then we're starting a whole new section, I think. Right? Maybe. Maybe. Okay, why? Oh, because I don't have the whole thing selected. Not smart. Thank you. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I will have those as bullets. Thank you. And then everything is fine except for the bullets, and there's one tag at the end. The which would do like this. Really? Or no, because they're not listings. Missions, companion stats. These actually should be like this. Yes. Okay. Do I want these as bullets? Yeah, I will. Actually, I don't need to. Once again, this hurts me a little doing such like a quick and dirty layout. And then in resistance, there's the resistance tag. And then that should be it, I do believe. Hell yeah. That's the core rules. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the core rules, with big gaps no less, fit on 6 pages. Like, there's the conflict rules as well still that I have to put on, which is probably gonna be another like 6 pages, but like It's pretty simple once you boil it down. So like theoretically you print this and then you print the next section with the conflict rules together, and you really have the game. Like for the most part. The rest of it is just expanding upon it. Yeah. I like it. I like it. Okay. All right. What do we got next? Conflict. Conflict is a little bit bigger. Probably gonna have some more in the conflict section. That's fine. Because core rules. Actually, no. Looking at it now, conflict isn't that much bigger. All right. So looking at the word count of core rules versus conflict, and conflict only is slightly bigger. In Google Docs, core rules was 10 pages, conflict was 11. That's not too bad. There's more like bits and sections to it, so it might be end up like a little bit bigger, but whatever. That's fine. That's fine. All right. We're getting there. But before we move on too much, what do we have for rules? Rules, dice, metastasis, and effect companions. Okay. So, and I didn't add the links for the organization stuff either. Oh, the anchors. Once again, for anchors, like, why can't there be a folder structure? Why? Affinity, why? All right. You know, I've been streaming for over an hour. I didn't want to do a long stream. I just wanted to come on, see who wanted to chit chat. I did have people chit chat at first. Not as many people watching right now. I only got like a few in the one service, a few in the other service, that type of thing. So I just wanted to do chit chat a little bit about Cypher, how I've been feeling about the new updates and thoughts on it and stuff like that, as well as do some a little bit of the layout on Voidhome, which I have been doing. It will probably go faster if I can like get some screen real estate back up and running. Not to mention turn some lights off and like not cook with the door closed as much right now. Poor Pickle Rick's probably getting warm as all hell. So I think I'm going to stop streaming for the moment. Have I been running and chatting this entire time? Well, this was a waste of a stream. Was it? No one told me I wasn't showing stuff. I don't think I have many people watching right now anyways. Well, whatever. Now you can actually see what I was doing, which is like all of this stuff. See, this is why I don't like having to have my OBS fucking hidden. That's a piss off. Hey, Starheart, how's it going? Anywho, I'm doing okay. Except I just realized I was streaming on the wrong screen this like entire time, and I was just showing my face and not showing what I was doing. Anywho, I am warm. I streamed for over an hour. I want to drink and to cool off the area and all of that stuff. So I am going to end the stream for now. If you like what I do, feel free to visit my Ko-fi. Drop a couple of bucks for this Canuck for some brewskis. I could use some brewskis. I think I just drank my last brewski last night during our Daggerheart game. Streamer stuff is part of being a streamer. Right. So yeah, visit my Ko-fi if you like what I do. But no pressure. If you want to spend it elsewhere, I mean, fucking spend it elsewhere. Put it on yourself first. Make your life awesome. Tweet yourself. All that stuff. Okay. I'm going to take off. I don't know when I'm going to be back. I don't have a proper streaming schedule right now. I have so many balls up in the air. I don't have a proper streaming schedule, but we shall see, because I'm having session 0 on Sunday with a new group, and I'm going to ask. Most of them are streamers already. A lot of them actually are in streamed games. So I'm going to ask them on Sundays, do you guys want to stream the game, or do you just want to play the game? So I might be going back to streaming my Sunday games. We'll find out. We're going to see how the players feel about it first. So yeah, as always, stay healthy, stay safe, and have a good one. Hey? As soon as I can find the stop button. Where's my mouse cursor? Yeah, Voidhome's open. I mean, I couldn't stop you if I wanted to anyways, but no, Voidhome is definitely open for streaming. Of course it is. Of course it is. This is the version of Voidhome that the print version. We'll talk, Starheart. Just let you message me. I'll toss you what I got even as soon as I do the rules part here, so you have something easy to print, and it's updated rules as well. Anywho, I'm off.